Wayne here, Dry Creek Wrangler School, Monday, July 1st, and we just finished up today's classes, and the students are inside just kind of resting and hanging out and waiting for supper to be ready. And we just had another storm roll through. We've had a number of them today, and so I thought I'd slip in here and make a video while I got the chance. There's men, all this applies to women too, okay? But there's men out there who just live for conflict. They live for stress. They live for noise. They just live for it. And then there's guys like us who just don't want it anymore. We just want peace. There's stress everywhere. Everybody's up in arms about the election debate the other night. Gas prices, the war in Palestine and with Israel, and then all our cultural battles. And everybody's up in arms and at war. Some of that stuff is worthwhile. Some of it's worth fighting for. And some of it's not. I think we have a lot of people in this country today, if they could get away with it, they would bring back burning others at the stake. But there's those of us, and I think there's a lot of you out there that are like me. You're just done with it. You're just done with it. And we just want peace. But we can't find, a lot of people can't find peace. Your family won't leave you in peace. Your coworkers won't leave you in peace. Your friends won't leave you in peace. So what do? How do we find peace? Now, I did a video, a couple years ago about getting control of your temper, and that's certainly part of it. This ties in, but it's different. What about your peace? How do you get it and protect it and maintain it? Well, the first thing that I have done, and it's helped tremendously, and the first thing I would suggest is that you set personal boundaries. You just set personal boundaries. And you say, look, I'm not doing this. And you're not going to make me. You're not going to tease me into this. You're not going to edge me into this. You're not going to egg me on into this. We're not doing it. And I started a long time ago. Like I said before, I've got family that I'm like, no, I'm done. My peace is very precious. It's very precious. It is my most precious thing. And it is the thing which I guard with the most jealousy. And I look at it like it's a treasure here. And I build a wall around it. And you're not breaching that wall. And you're not coming over the wall. Now, you can come up to the wall, but when you start coming over that wall to disturb my peace, then we're gonna deal with it. Now, there's a door inside, and anybody who's peaceful, anybody who's reasonable, anybody who's logical, they can come in and we can visit and they can say hello. But if they start threatening that treasure there in between us, that peace, they're getting put out and they're not coming back in. These are my boundaries. You can't come in my boundaries. One of the reasons you can't come in my boundaries, because if you do, you're going to take me back to the person that I don't want to be anymore. I can't be that person. And I absolutely refuse to let anyone drag me back to that person. So I set boundaries. And if someone refuses to respect those boundaries, they're put out. Okay? They're put out. They're gone. All right? You've got to have personal boundaries. And personal boundaries are brought about by self-respect. People who have no self-respect, they have no personal boundaries. I've got my personal space. Don't walk up to me and get right here in my face. That's physical. That's my personal space. That's disrespectful. I don't like that. Well, it's the same with my peace. Okay? And my friend, the first thing you have to do is you got to set boundaries. And you got to tell them, look, don't cross that. If you cross that, you have to leave. Leave what? Leave my life. You have to leave my life because you're bad for me. You are harmful to me. As long as I care about taking care of me, I don't need anybody else to care about taking care of me. If you cross the boundaries because you don't care what you're doing to me, I don't need you to care because I care. And if I care about what somebody else is doing to me and what they are turning me into and what they are making me, then I care enough to remove them from the situation. All right? You got to go. You've got to set personal boundaries, and you can't let people cross those boundaries. You want to do it firm, but calm, because calmness and peace is what we're going for. But you've got to set personal boundaries. Society today has no boundaries. Social media has taken that away. Everybody bleeds over into anything. They go anywhere they want. They say anything they want to anybody they want. And most of the time that they're anonymous about it. And it has removed from society a lot of people. It has taken away their respect for somebody else's personal boundaries. Well, if somebody else is not going to respect your boundaries, you have to respect it. And you have to remove them from the vicinity of your life. All right? The second thing is quit twisting on the ears of dogs. All right? Proverbs talks about somebody who walks by and grabs a sleeping dog by the ears and twists it. And then they get bit. And then they cry about because they got bit. You got bit because you were twisting the ears of a dog that was sleeping there. He wasn't hurting anybody. He wasn't bothering anybody. He surely wasn't doing anything to you. Leave him alone. There's things in life that trouble us immensely, but they only trouble us because we went to it and disturbed it. Whether it's a person, whether it's a situation, whatever it is, let sleeping dogs lie. Leave them alone. Okay? Leave them alone. So a lot of our peace is taken away by those who come in and do not respect our boundaries, and a lot of our peace is taken away by us not respecting somebody else's boundaries. Okay? And third, and this is kind of related to the second one, just mind your own business. Just mind your own business. Somebody squabbling. Has it got anything to do with you? No, then leave it alone. You know, somebody at church, you got two different people and they've got this squabble going on. Leave it alone. Let them deal with it. You got two family members that are at each other and they're stirring up all this drama. Leave it alone. It ain't your drama. If it ain't your sandwich, don't eat it. All right? Just mind your own business. All right? We don't have to comment on everything. We don't have to give our opinion about everything. We don't have to have an opinion about everything. All right? Ain't my rodeo, ain't my bull. Ain't my circus, ain't my monkeys. Okay? You don't step in there and get your peace taken away. All right? Guard your peace. There's two things. There's two bitter enemies who would try to rob you of your peace. The first one is everybody around you. And the second one is you. Okay? Listen, this world's not going to get any better. Listen to me. Listen to me. Hear me. It's not going to get any better. All right? Our society, our culture is not going to improve. We are not going to become more peaceful with time. Everybody's looking desperately to November, what's going to happen. November has nothing to do with what's going to happen in this country. All right? It's the human condition. And we're not going to, everything around you is not going to become more peaceful. The financial situation's not going to get better. Why? Because greed isn't going away anytime soon. Corruption's not going away anytime soon. Why? Why is corruption and greed not going to? Because humans aren't going away anytime soon. All right? So if you look for your peace outside of yourself, and as a Christian, Jesus Christ, but I know a lot of people who are Christians who don't follow basic wisdom principles and they still have no peace, all right? So you uber religious, don't get on here and just say, well, all you need is Jesus Christ. Don't be dumb. Some of the least peaceful I know are Christians who are unwise and they don't follow wisdom, the wisdom that God gave us. You're not going to find wisdom in your surroundings. Wisdom, peace. You're not going to find peace in your surroundings. Dwayne, where do I get peace? You create it. You create it. And what is peace? It's a removal of turmoil. It ain't hard. Don't look to your surroundings for peace. Create your own peace. And you create your own peace by removing turmoil. That's it. That's all there is. That's all there is. But the good news is there is that. This is something you can do. For some people, it's going to be a bit more of a job than it is for others. Because you are completely ensconced in a tumultuous situation. All right? But you do little things. You remove all the little conflicts you can. You resolve all the little conflicts that you can resolve of your own, and you don't worry about the rest. Okay? Mostly it's a state of mind. A weak-minded man doesn't have peace. There is no peace for the weak-minded. There is no peace for the weak-spirited. All right? But if you have strength, the strength to set boundaries and to enforce those boundaries, if you have the strength to leave things alone, to not get involved, if you have the strength to mind your own business, you can create your own peace. All right? I hope this helps you. And I hope you find your peace. All right? What was this? I took the label off already. Partagas Black Label 6x60. I do love these cigars. And so I wish you guys all the best. And we'll catch you next time. Be logical. Be reasonable. Be safe. Have fun. And be at peace. We'll talk to you later.